It's okay. Can I take the mic? Is that okay?
Don't touch the mic.
How you have a cry moment and keep the mic dropping you? Does it make you feel powerful? Cut it on. Cut it on. Cut it on. Cut it on.
I will.
Cut it on. Cut it on. Let me help you. Give me. I didn't hear you once.
Nah, you're great.
I got you.
You're great. But nah, it's just
keep
that.
Talking.
You silly. Get out of there, son. Yeah, but it was, I know, like, I never felt suicidal in my life. Mm-hmm. And the pain was just so unbearable. I got in a very dark place. Mm-hmm. And I never been there. I hope I never go back there. But when that bed deflated and I felt powerless, I felt helpless.
It triggered me. I walked in there.
I kept thinking of my daughter. I kept thinking about, like, yo, Kash gonna come tomorrow. She gonna see like a different person in this bed.
And I did. Let me tell y'all. Wait. Baby, wait. Because I came in here, always bouncing. Hey, y'all. What's up? Women, wait. 210. I see you. Girl, you wasn't here yesterday. What happened to you? Walking there. And he laying there. You can see, like, you ever see a person just, like, thinking about life, right? He in there with his underwear only. No gown, no blanket, no covers, no nothing. On a deflated bed, right? Against the metal bars, essentially, because there was no airs in this mattress. And he just, like... like, the way he was... So I walked in there chipper, and I'm like, oh, hey... What's going on? So at this point, I get the information about what's happening. I look at the bed and I'm like, why are you essentially, what's going on? So where's the director?
Yeah.
Because for me, my concern was I had left you what time the night before? It had to be like 11, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Almost midnight I left. I'm coming back the next day, afternoonish, like 2 something or whatever. I know it was like, because the kids were still on school break. They weren't home, so I came like midday.
Yeah.
So between 12 a.m. and midday, who's doing rounds? Because how did I walk in here to discover that he had been in a deflated bed all night?
I didn't even know it was deflated.
And because your pain was your pain, you probably so you're about 2 weeks out of the surgery.
Yeah.
And you're laying on metal. So I'm like, how did no one notice this? That was my thing. That's a negligence concern for me. So yes, I did scream. Don't make me say the N-word. But I said it. And I sent a very lovely email to detail the areas of negligence and why this is something that should be proactively handled. Because how? And then on top of that, what happened after the bed gets fixed? They don't have your medication.
Oh, man.
So that
is an episode by itself.
It
like,
is.
You can have a podcast about how black people get treated
and the hospital system.
That is an episode
and
by
itself. And it was terrible because technically this rehabilitation, this is important. This is why it's important to check on your loved ones when they're in these centers. Because if they don't think that somebody cares about them, the negligence will happen. I'm going to let you know, it's not maybe, it's absolutely. And it's not even somehow because people are doing it on purpose, but there are multiple like patients. So they prioritize the ones who know somebody's checking for them. And so because I was there every day, then what do you mean? What are we talking about?
Like, you're not in that much pain. You're a big guy. You can handle it.
And I felt like that's exactly what they treated you like. I felt like because you were screaming pain, but they have this way with people of color of downplaying our pain because they see us as dramatic as a people, right? That is it that is it not realistic that a man who just got into an accident, who had this really big bad injury and had a surgery that was significant, could be in pain?
It was bad. It was like, all right, you only get like 1 milligram of oxy. What do you mean? All right. 5.
And then what comes to medications,
dying over here,
based on your body and how your body, your BMI, all that kind of stuff. It determines the dosage because of how much your body might need to actually for it to be effective.
I was check my chart.
You take like 5 milligrams of oxy, your body was like, get that dirt on my shoulders. I was like, nothing. So I mean, I don't want to stay there because I don't want you to go too deep into that part of the space.
I can't even front. That's
what
crazy.
I do think, and the reason why I say I feel like this define intimacy is because I feel like obviously we laughed a lot.
Yeah.
But you gotta imagine us too. Look at us.
Yeah.
laying together on a twin size hospital bed. But we were doing it, and I felt like there were certain things. But I feel like, I'll be honest with you, aside from my sons, and Josh is my son, even though he's my brother, he's my son.
That's my son. These niggas is my sons.
I hadn't had to clean a grown man since my grandfather passed when I was 16.
Wife material.
So I was like,
see, wives do that type of shit. Makes your wife. That's wife material.
he was acting mad nervous though.
Yeah.
Like, Tahoe, you letting her clean your butthole?
With her face.
He said, well, her face. Tahoe like, here, you missed the spot, yo.
Tyler's a freak, son. I'm a grown ass man. I hear you, Tyler. I hear you, man.
I wasn't expecting that.
I know what I like.
He meant that shit. He said with her face. It was mad emphasis on the face on that one.
Hell yeah.
Nah, it's real. Like, I wasn't gonna let them touch you either. So that was like, even if I ain't have it in me, we was gonna find it. Or whatever the case is here. There were all these older wrinkled guys that like might not ever walk again type guys.
Yeah.
And he's looking a little bit too bachelorish in here for me. With these hot nurses, not hot as in necessarily they were physically hot, as in hot in their ass, because they looking at old man ass all day. And now here comes this vital younger guy with a recovery time that he's gonna stand again, and you're looking at him like shit. Now, how many times you seen people fall in love with their nurses? Are you kidding me? The person who's caregiving, you thought I was gonna let you have that kind of intimacy with my man? No,
It's
bull.
like, press the button if you need anything.
He won't need anything. It's handled. Bring me some ice, though.
Oh, the alpha again. Okay.
Anyway, but what I really wanted to get to in this is...
Yeah, 120.
Thank you. What I wanted to get to is, I feel like that was the time that I realized that you had a gap in your self-care. Even though you took really good care of yourself as a man, you were very big on hygiene and so cologne, baby. I layered 3, all that kind of stuff. Shut up.
Listen.
You be getting into yourself, and I honestly encourage that. But there were other ways in which I felt like you hadn't been really doing it, and caring for your skin a certain way, certain things that maybe you may not have put as emphasis on. So we in this place, and I'm not gonna do it if I'm not gonna do it. Like half-assed it. I'm not a half-assed person with stuff like that. So, right. I want to ask you, when it came to the other side, maybe the not so down side of it, what were the things that helped your mental feel happy during that period of time? Like most memorable things that like to you really stuck with you? And then how has that shifted your relationship with self-care? Because what people don't realize is Bedroom Kandi played a huge role. Because I was definitely using our products on you, like our CBD products for your pain areas when I would massage your leg and stuff like that. Your skin, when I shower you, exfoliating you and all that stuff, or whatever the case is with the scrub. So, and to you, it was like your initial reaction to like, exfoliate. Like, now it's like, I can tell a very different approach. So can you speak a little bit about that? And while you're doing that, throughout the process of that year, what Bedroom Kandi care products earned top 5 spots in your book?
I didn't exfoliate a lot, but those showers are great. Rolling in a wheelchair to the shower and whatnot. Next thing you know, it's this product and then this product and then this lavender or velvet, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, see,
So,
look at that. Right, you better know your woman products. You better know the brand that she with. This is Velvet, guys, and this is my favorite product. So naturally, I introduced him to it. Y'all could tell my fingers was in that, but been there, always in there.
So,
but Velvet is the scrub that I use to exfoliate, moisturize them.
Especially for my back. My back was laying in the bed for so long. So.
The bed sores and all that kind of stuff. So when instead of just massaging the back, I exfoliated first. Right. And your skin was like, I'm gonna give you a lie. I was a little jealous. I was like, my shit don't even shine like that with Velvet. God damn.
Hell yeah. And then the little thing of oil.
The massage oil?
Yeah, you used to put that on my skin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those oils are so strong. Strong in terms of like lubrication and the smell. It smelled great, but it definitely have you like shiny for
It was
mad
the
long.
massage oil trio because I used to use it to like rub it on you, but like because we were trying to massage your leg and keep the
Yes.
circulation going.
Yes.
I used that with the unwind serum because the CBD would help with the tension. So those are the two that I tag team. So okay, so that's the oil trio.
Yes.
Velvet. Okay.
And I think that was it because you was using mostly your products.
Right, inside the and inside it, but then after when you came home, that's when I started to introduce you to a little bit more. Okay,
Yes.
so what other 3 products now that you use more of the collection snag those final 3 spots?
Oh, I use the beard oil. It's a winner. The head to toe. Head to toe is where it's sat, baby. You know what I'm saying? And Sugar
You like
Daddy.
it?
Pause because
You know, I realized that
Sugar
I had
Daddy's
to-
awesome.
I'm sorry to
Pause again.
interrupt you, baby. We got to change your name, BK, I guess, because this second guy was like, pause on the Sugar Daddy. The concept of the naming the Sugar Daddy was that it would turn you into the, you know, sweet,
Right.
like you're the Sugar Daddy. But it seems like when men see that, this is insightful because this is how we improve, right?
Right,
we can
right.
a product can be relaunched with a brand new name any day, and I think it's about time that we gave Sugar Daddy a new identity because the guys don't really seem to receive it the way intended. But that being said, keep talking because I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I noticed that you was like real a little, you know, I was going around on Father's Day,
Right.
and you was like, oh,
Right. You know what I'm saying? What's up? What's up? What's
So
going
while
on?
you talk,
Right.
I'm
Right. Just do it now. Do it now. Do everything.
Okay,
I want
keep
the full
talking now.
service.
Tell me you said Sugar Daddy, head to toe. He started grabbing me, head to toe.
I got rights and privileges. No, but head to toe, the beard oil, and I think the
Maybe a little bit more than head to toe.
the shower gel. The shower gel was great. I got to throw the soap in there too. The bar
Oh, the
soap.
wash. Oh no,
Yes.
the bar. You
Both of them.
you like balance.
Both of
Balance.
them.
It's the you like the
clear one.
The clear one, and then you talking about this one. Okay, the arrows.
Because I use both.
the arrows wash.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more
And then-
of the Sugar Daddy in here because I think we got a good amount of arrows. It's a hot day. You don't want to put too much of that. Keep talking.
And then on top of that, the when I want to make an impact, I'll put the spray on with the pheromones.
I don't like when he do that going to work though. I don't like when you do that. Keep talking. I'm gonna hide that spray every now and again.
What happened?
Oh, only on your days off when you with me. I'm just
That's-
It has pheromones, guys. Everybody attracted.
Like, oh, what is that? You smell real nice.
My
So,
man,
like,
my man.
I'm like, oh, what you talking about that?
Your skin
Ah.
feels good though, baby.
Thanks,
I'm
man.
proud of you. You're doing good with this. Okay. So we got the ones from the hospital was Velvet, the Massage Oil Trio, Sugar Daddy, and essentially Eros, it sounds like, period. The
Eros
Eros collect
always,
like the items in
absolutely.
Eros collection. Okay. All right. Sorry, honey. Look at your arm.
I'm looking at my
Oh, shiny now.
like that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Look me in the eye, we rub it in.
I mean, look at you.
Yeah.
Honey, this is starting to be a little foreplay-ish.
Is it?
On camera.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's just why they keep commenting when is the OnlyFans launching or something, because we be wild. Okay. All right. Now, shifting gears from that, what are your top 5 on the pleasure side? And that's not just toys or kinks. I mean, like, it includes everything. Bondage, kink, foreplay, lube, any of them. Which are any of them here? But what are your favorite products of pleasure?
Thought you would never ask. So anyway, I need a holster for this. I have like the flashlight holder. Wham! Walk out there with it. So anyway, but I'm gonna save this for last. I'm gonna save this for last.
I just was staring at that angle of your arm is like a little. That shit got me hot, babe. You know I'm perimenopausal. You can't do shit like that.
Hot flash. But the cherry vanilla lube, I was not really a shit. Anyway,
Cherry Vanilla Lube
Yo, that's just crack.
came second to Mic Drop. You just said.
No, Mike, save best for last. Don't worry about. You didn't see Mike drop. See. Anyway, the cherry vanilla
Okay,
lube.
that's this one.
This
there.
one?
It's there. Yeah.
Yes.
Cherry vanilla. So it's one of the flavors from Delicious Encounters. Okay, number one. Next pleasure product you love.
Sidekick is crack. Crack.
This y'all. I don't have a penis, even though I touch his
Yes.
a lot. And so Sidekick, y'all seen it, but for those who acting like y'all still want to sleep on it.
Yeah, put that to the mic again.
A lot of times people don't see. You like
Yeah,
that? You like the? You like this? You like that?
Yeah. The cherry vanilla in there. The cherry. Yeah, put that in there. Do it now.
Look at him. Look at him.
It's so nice.
That's how you feel?
It's yeah.
Ooh, it's dripping on me, baby.
Oh, it's so nasty. Oh God.
He's dead.
Please stop. So
Can I get it? Can you clean me up?
Oh, my fault. Here you go, honey.
I want to sit here.
That cherry vanilla is that shit tastes
wet.
so good.
But you know what's crazy about it is every time people see Sidekick, and because it's like this kind of sleeve, they assume you never use Sidekick by yourself.
No.
It's only ever been used with me.
Yeah, only with you.
And people don't understand when I be trying to push on.
Sex drive too high for that.
Sex drive. My sex drive is too high.
Yeah, it's too high.
Yes, my sex drive is too high
For me
you
to spare
to, like,
to
spare
hell
free nuts.
no.
Oh, that's crazy.
No free nuts over
Good
here.
problems to have.
She's like, yeah.
Okay. That's he does say that he doesn't masturbate anymore. Take care of that dick. Take care of both ends is what the point of the conversation is. Okay, but so what's your favorite? Why Sidekick? Like, what is your favorite way
When
that
you
I use
it? Everything you advertise, you are definitely authentic. With this, you're using it like that and jerking it with the.
What position? Which way?
Why is it making that noise?
It's crazy. Is like Sidekick. Like, let me give you my input.
That shit's great. That shit is great.
I like that sound too. I ain't gonna lie.
That's exactly, yeah.
Mad
So,
stimulating.
yes.
So okay, I know that I've used. I mean,
The finger one.
no, I was saying with Sidekick, baby, because I use Sidekick in a sniper angle
Yes.
during a little
Yes.
sloppy. Very
sloppy.
Yep. But I feel like I use 69. I've used it in 69. Like, to me, honestly, when you are in 69, you know that position is an exhausting one.
Yes.
Sidekick is the perfect one to like slide on to keep his stimulation up top on the head consistent when he's eating it too good. Because it's just like sometimes you be trying to focus and they like that mouth is doing things and you're trying. I want to keep giving you this effort, but you're weakening me and I'm trying to hold my body over you. But also you're weakening me. But the Sidekick allows me to keep going. But also like with 69, you don't typically get to like get too close to like licking balls and all that kind of stuff. And balls feel good in your hand. Is that just me that feels that way, ladies? Like, or anybody who's attracted is like, you not like what balls feel like in your hand? They're fun. They move. It feels like you never catch it. Like sometimes you get with the ball in your hand and be like, oh, I'm going over here. And I'm like, I'm coming over there too. And then they'd be like, I'm going over there. And I'm like, oh, I bet you didn't know my tongue was going to meet you there. Ah, ha, ha. Whatever the case is.
I like them in your hand.
You do? I like them. Never mind. This is getting a little heated.
Yeah.
So I should have led with this so we could have like dulled it down after. But yeah, so Sidekick. So, but which way did you like it more? Because I feel like sniper angle, I get more up close with your balls with my face.
Right.
But 69, I'm sitting on your face. So If you had to choose out of them, which one you would give number 1 to, which would it be?
I gotta say the 69 because there's more of an emphasis on what you're doing with your hands with the 69, and then I like to mess with you and make you weak one lick at a time.
Oh, so you picked the one that doesn't allow you to be powerless, huh? Because the other one makes you a little powerless.
That shit's strong as hell. Hell yeah, son.
What, sidekick is it? Well?
Yeah, like when you using it, sexologist. So then,
Like, I never forget. I be getting creative because sometimes
Yeah,
I'm gonna
son,
tell you how to shoot.
ridiculous.
Nobody be telling me this stuff. You ever just get an idea and be like, oh, let's see, right? So I'm literally like, I had the sidekick on him, right? Can I use your finger as because I need both of my hands.
use my finger.
Why you like I'm gonna suck your fingers right now? What's going on?
No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't gonna do
Give
that.
me a little bit of this. So I'm gonna just help y'all out here.
Put more.
You don't need it, baby. Trust me. Right?
Yeah.
So, ooh, babe.
Oh yeah.
You really wanted to be a little closer to you. I mean, this ain't you, but
Don't
so
you like girth?
if I'm sniper,
You like girth? Go ahead. You want me to use 3 fingers? Oh, we're funny.
so if I'm using it on a right,
Yeah.
I'm doing this same basket weave technique. So I'm allowing the sleeve texture, but I'm still using my hand for the pressure.
Yes, you
And I
are.
might be coming a twist this way,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes I grip it from under here
That's right.
so that I can get a real firm grasp and pull it towards me. So I'm like pulling the blood to the tip.
Right.
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
But while I'm here, I'm usually here,
That's right.
under there, coming on each side while I'm still keeping it there. But
Yes.
I kind of get it to a point where I push it down. And I've even come and literally put my mouth directly over the sidekick at the tip of it. So it looks so crazy. It doesn't look like it's possible. But you see if I slide it to the side, how his finger's kind of poking out right there. Right? So now I slide it here and I come on top of it.
Babe, my hand's about to come. So,
Baby.
you're edging me.
I come there, and so he still gets this texture of the sleeve with the force of my mouth, and I'll literally come and just stay your finger straight, daddy. You gotta keep it straight.
Oh, now you don't like the curve?
I love it. Love it. La 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 la. Love. Never knew what I was missing. But I knew once I start sucking, I found you. So that basically, ladies, I'm trying to help y'all out because people like to say, "Oh, if you're a real throat goat specialist, you don't need that kind of stuff." Whether I need it, I don't need it. I don't. You think I need it, baby?
No.
But whether I need it or not, it's about allowing him to feel something different every now and again. My mouth, even though I do a lot of things with my mouth,
Yes, you do.
doesn't mean that it doesn't help every now and again to give him a different feeling, which I just do.
What happened?
But no, so I'll slide it to the side and I'll now use it. I'll still keep it, but now
That's right.
I'm over the sleeve.
Over the
and then I
sleeve.
bring it back and I return the sensation here and use my mouth in other places.
Yes.
So bottom line, can I have a daddy? I'm sorry. I'm clean it off your fingers. It's so sticky.
I know.
Let me help you. It's just a little sticky. It's just a little bit. Okay.
Nasty.
Yeah, just a little.
It's
And the
so
thing about it
nasty.
is, y'all, it's
Nice.
easy to clean. You can invert it.
Why you so nasty?
Were you able to tell one time when I flipped it inside out on you?
No.
No.
But
Yeah.
it felt so good.
Yeah, so sidekick doesn't have to just be a solo use product. This is absolutely something you can have fun with together or whatever.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, so sidekick. Sorry, I didn't mean that we spent a little bit of time on sidekick, but I hope you got what you needed. Okay, baby.
The finger rolls one. The red one.
Oh, pedal pleaser.
Pedal pleaser.
Pedal pleaser.
That's-
I will be honest, pedal pleaser is one of my favorite too. That wideness of the surface, the way it never misses my clit.
I was like, I didn't think it was for me, but I was like, oh, pedal pleaser is kind of good for both of us.
Yes, aggressive. Oh, because I used pedal pleaser. Oh, that's right. The first time I used pedal pleaser, I didn't use it on myself.
Yeah, he took out the package, just like, babe, I want to try something. And I was like, oh, no.
I used it on your balls. That's right.
Yes,
Well,
you
you know what I did, right? So I first started off using pedal pleaser. It's a finger roll. I don't have it with me right now. I'll show you it, though. I do have the box, baby. Could you grab that red-looking box out of that bag over there? It's a small box on the side. You see it?
Not yet.
While he's grabbing it, what I did was so attach it to your finger. I put it on my finger, and I was just using it to like massage under his balls. A lot of guys was like, "Oh no, that's crazy." What it is it's like this textured. There we go. It's like this textured.
Oh, it's in there?
Thing.
Oh.
Yay! You guys get a real experience today. It's here. Okay, so can you place that there, Daddy? I take, like, if I have my nails, I do it sideways, or I bring it this way so that my nail is not getting blocked by the thing. But anyway, I had it about there. And so, you know, if this is him, I was coming under his balls just like that, a little gently or whatever.
Right.
And, you know, I'm still doing the
Yes, he was.
things that I was doing. But,
Nasty things.
boom, you know how you doggy style? So I'm doggy style, and I was playing with both of us.
Right. Sorry. Sorry.
He was definitely hovering. He was definitely leaning in. Muscle memory is crazy. So I'm arched. I'm under. I bring my hand between my legs, and I'm in that doggy angle. But I first started off playing with my clit, and then eventually, you know, I put a good amount of lube on the surface, so it's gliding, and I started passing it between him and me. I would hit my clit, and I would hit his balls. I would hit my clit, and while he's stroking me. And
The reach back was crazy.
flexibility matters.
You're very
Flexible,
flexible.
because honestly, you have to be very flexible to
Absolutely.
reach like that or whatever case is, because without compromising your arch, like without being like this. No, that's not sexy. It's not sexy. You know what I'm saying? So you got to still be able to arch your back while you're reaching in. So now the motion that I'm doing is while I'm grinding back on him, I'm passing it past me, but then I'm going further than my clit and
Right.
hitting his balls. And so we were both getting that. That was the
Sensation.
first time we used it. Dang, I forgot, baby.
I didn't.
That's why you're here. So pedal pleaser, sidekick, cherry vanilla. I
Mic
get
drop.
very nervous when he brings mic drop out.
Mic drop.
You wanna know what's so funny?
What's so
Because
funny?
I have explained on Hard or Soft before how you use mic drop on me.
Mm-hmm.
And ironically, look what I have holding this thing from hurting my neck. Because, you know, ladies, these things be hurting. One of the
Cloth.
microfiber kind of cloths or whatever. So I get these microfiber cloths because they don't retain as much in them or whatever. I'm gonna put that back though, because ghetto. But yeah, so the first time you use first of all, most men wouldn't use mic drop.
Why not?
The size. Like, I feel like guys see this
Yeah.
and they think that, like, oh, anytime you see a big toy, they think like they get the wrong idea.
Yeah, but this is like different. This is like you can't really. It's like once you use this one time, it's hard not to use it. Feel mad powerful. Like it's awesome. I feel so powerful. Like I'd walk into Target with this shit on my hip.
You just like just lifts and shit with it.
Yeah.
It's me.
I'd be like, me and Target be like, can you pass me that over there? I'll pay for all of these. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, the plant keeps going here.
that, and that. Like,
Imagine you in stores using that.
I would.
Why though?
Because the effect it has on you. I was sold. Could use it as a massager, like say your neck bothering you. I could put this one of these oils.
And you have you use,
I have,
you use
yeah.
it like that.
And I would have put my hand on it and massage you.
Oh, come on, wait. Hold on. I get benefits too.
I understand, honey.
Hold on, baby. Hold on. Let me see what I want. You know what? Let's go with with a little bit. Cause you want to get. I like to. You're gonna use it with like an oil or something when you're using it as a massager. You want to use it like an oil. Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. When you're using it like a massager so that it glides
So
comfortably.
then I'll take it, flatten my hand for more control, and also do both, like touch you and also use it to make my whole hand
I
vibrate.
feel your hand.
And then rub it in. Let's say you're sore from, dancing or anything like that, cooking. I could use this on your ankle. You sleep wrong.
Oh, sorry.
It's stupid.
Because that
me
on your
see.
ankle, y'all.
Let me see.
Let me explain to
Let me
you.
make
My
it
arm.
even. Yeah, let me make
Oh,
it.
sorry.
Let me even it.
Thank you, baby. So, massage.
Right.
So you like it for massage?
Let's say with foreplay, take that same cloth. I could use a cloth, warm up the cloth with the hot water, and put the cloth over your vagina, and then
my favorite. Ding, 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 ding.
and then use that to heat up the massager. So now I'm massaging the cloth, massaging you with this force, and make you sing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? While eating you, I'll put it to my neck. So instead of humming on the vagina, I can have this hum for me. So now tongue vibrating with my technique, the lips involved,
Yes.
everything.
Yep.
Be spinning it.
Yo, because that was a little. Oh, yeah, sure. Do it again. Do it again. Oh.
So, stop. I'm trying to do too much. But the force of it, sometimes I wouldn't even do it on your clit. I'd actually do it on the other parts. Excuse me. Like right here on the side in this pelvic area.
And you know what? I didn't know that was a pleasure zone for me before you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So then, like, I would mess with your clit, and then with my hands, and then I would have
another one of my
vibration.
favorite places though is when you is above everything. Like when you inside me and you place it above my clit on the mons pubis or the pubic area.
Yes.
That's probably like second to direct or through the heat, because I love heat. I love heat. But that's probably my second favorite use of it. Yeah. Okay.
So it definitely gets the job done. Sometimes you may be a little too sensitive for it.
Usually so I can tolerate, that's such a good thing you said. Toy sensitivity changes for me throughout the month based on which phase I'm in.
Right.
I noticed, which phase do you think? I'm curious about when you think it's too much for me. Like, which phases do you think I'm more sensitive versus I can handle more?
When you're ovulation, it's definitely go time. It's go time. Like, this is not strong enough. But you tend to be a little more tender tender and softer when you're folliculating.
No, but it ain't, because he's talking about the follicular phase, but you know how it's like ovulating. So he goes, instead of follicular phase, he's be like, you're folliculating.
Yeah, you tend
and
to be
he
a
says
little.
he testiculates.
Yeah, that's when I'm like testosterone
When
real
he's
high.
charged up, testosterone crazy. He like, yo, I'm testiculated, baby.
That's it. Come and get it.
So yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm very. I not just to sexual thing, emotional, everything. I'm happy in my follicular phase, but because of how like open I am, I think I'm more sensitive.
Yeah.
So everything feels more overwhelming. As opposed to like you said, ovulation luteal, where my hormones drop and I actually need more because my sensitivity now is the complete opposite after ovulation ends. So when you use it during then, that's usually when I'm like telling myself, things I be saying.
Right.
I can handle it. I can take it. You can handle it. I be really having to talking myself into it when I'm really sensitive. But when I'm not that sensitive, it's like, give me whatever you got.
Right.
Kill me if you can. Let's see. So, okay. That's 4. And last pleasure product, if any. Are there any other foreplay ones or anything like that?
I think that's the massage oil. No, the candle. The candle. The candle is what's up, because it's 2 in 1.
Because it's both, yeah.
It's the massage oil and it's wax play at the same time.
We had hard or soft play party room scented up. Yeah, I like heat, so I'm never gonna deny any element of heat touching me. Okay, so I'm not going to stay on that point or whatever the case is. But I did want to ask you something, and I want to make sure I'm intentional to remember exactly how I wrote it, because this is a big point and a big question. We talked a lot about the great parts of our relationship, and we argue too, right?
Yes.
But we call them love
Arguments.
arguments. What argument, by your definition that we have, do you think had the most positive impact on our relationship? Or like was one of those arguments that like after this argument you saw things a whole nother way? Or taught you, maybe taught you something, because sometimes we have arguments and it teaches me something about you.
The first one that comes to my mind is because we don't really have too many arguments, was when I was trying to battle in the game, and I think Peyton got out,
Oh, I remember that like no tomorrow.
and
My son is autistic, and he was constantly trying to escape from the house, and I felt really, I feel like I failed that night because I was moving and I was doing so much. I pushed the house door closed, but I didn't realize that it didn't, like, you know how sometimes the door don't fully close, right? And the door wasn't fully closed, and essentially he saw that it was cracked. He waited until I went and got in the shower, and then he left the house. I came out the shower, my kid's gone. He's not with me. He's not. We weren't living in the same household at that point, but we were practically always with each other. But you were back in Brooklyn that time, and playing a game. And so I called you when everything was in the midst of it, and because he was so hell bent about playing with his friend, like clashing in Marvel.
We clash.
Sorry, not playing with each other. Gosh, pause.
In Marvel's Capcom 2.
Anyway, but yeah, they were playing.
Shout out to my nigga Junior.
Yeah.
Pull the mic closer, please.
My fault.
They were basically, and when they do it,
It's intense.
like they will literally sit there for hours with this, and I get it, because I mean I game too, but in this moment I'm in the middle of a crisis. And it wasn't the first time that it happened, because
Right.
Peyton had done it before, so I get that. But this time it was a little different because I felt like this was directly my fault. And okay, so continue. I'm sorry.
You was trying to have the conversation, and I was trying to play the game. So I couldn't give you everything, and I didn't realize how much I was not giving into the conversation because I was battling Junior. And she's like, "Hey, Peyton got out." I was like, "All right, so let me know when you come back." Like, like I was not there. So then,
Because he comes back.
and then I get the paragraphs, these heartfelt paragraphs. And I was just like, oh shit. So then I call, and then he was like a little short and dismissive. So I was like, all right, no problem. I'll go to bed, being an Aquarius. So then you call me back, mad angry, and I was like, I gotta go to Yonkers and fix this. So now I leave Brooklyn 5 o'clock in the morning, or around that
It
time.
was like 4 or 5. Yeah,
4 or 5 in the
4 or 5
morning.
in the morning, yeah.
And then the next thing you know, I come to Yonkers. Lost $100 in the process.
I remember that. Oh, the ancestors was wicked.
Man,
I told you, anytime he be doing me wrong, ancestors get him. He goes to CVS. Did you go to CVS?
Yeah, I went to CVS.
And dropped $100 and lost it that night.
A bill, $100 bill.
I don't care what you got. That's something that's always gonna hurt.
So I come up there, fix everything. We have the in-face argument, but then I realized how, even up to recently, when something's in my way, if I want to do something, and I feel like it's my time to do something, I get very, very ignorant about it, because how much I do for people, how much I do for my people. When I have my block of time, when I want to do something, I get very ignorant. But you had an emergency. You wasn't being bratty. You wasn't being combative. That's the word. You had a moment. You had a crisis. But because I was so locked in of what I wanted to do, I didn't recognize it. I was just like, all right, babe, I'll speak to you later. Okay. And you talking, and I'm not grasping the gravity of the situation. This is different. No stores is open. Peyton would go to stores and they come back with goods. He'd be like, oh, we get that soda from. Oh, shit. there's nowhere to go. There's nothing open. And he found an opportunity to leave. In the middle of the night, you know what I'm saying? Granted, we was in a good part of Yonkers, but he was still by himself. And I was like, shit, I got to go up there and fix it. So that stands out to me because I was so blinded and I try not to be that way anymore. So now I try to recognize if there's a situation that calls for action and not get so locked in on something that I want to do. Because if we're going to be in a relationship, if you need me, it's my responsibility. I'm supposed to be the person you call for these type of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be your protector. I'm supposed to be your teammate. I'm supposed to be the person that fixes your problems, for better or for worse, you know what I'm saying, for lack of better terms. So when you call me...
I'm the one who might need the tissue. God damn it.
So when you call me, you know, you're like, I need support. And I'm like, I can't pause this game. It's just disastrous. So I try not to have those kind of moments anymore because...
I wasn't even mad.
Don't lie on camera.
I wasn't mad.
Don't lie on camera.
I was hurt.
You pissed, yo.
I was hurt. Like, the anger came later. The initial feeling was hurt.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Honestly, I don't get angry as much with you as I get, like... If I feel like you missed something that you normally wouldn't miss too, if you wasn't doing that, you wouldn't have missed it.
Not one enough.
So, and because you was like feeling like, yo, nothing's getting in the way of me having my time, you literally was like, nothing is getting in the way. Not even an emergency, but I was hurt because when I felt like the first time I said it, it still wasn't landing. And I was just like, but even in every situation, it'd be like that. You be dead. Like, that's why, how many times have I said, one thing about my man, he's going to fuck up, but he works really hard to fix it. But on the flip side, it hurt because when you have a person that's your person who helps you feel okay in the midst of a storm, and that person doesn't realize that that's the place they hold, it could become very easy for them to not be aware.
Right.
They're not doing it on purpose necessarily because they don't realize the effect that they have. And I think at that point, you maybe didn't realize the effect you had on the ability to calm me in a situation like that.
No, I didn't.
And so I was just like...
Because like you said earlier, how much you do for people, how much people rely on you, how they see you as basically someone, the matriarch in your family. Like, you're the problem solver, very resourceful, the chef, for lack of a better word, the bank. So all this other shit. So you basically solve a lot of problems. So now when you have a problem, who's going to solve your problems? All of a sudden people are busy.
I do think that it all comes down to awareness with you. Every situation, argument that is turned into a argument, it's always awareness, because once you realize and you're aware, you change the behavior. Like, you're more proactive about like being on it. Like, even when I say to you, like, you don't get the same thing out of sex as I get out of it with you, and I felt like
that's accurate.
For a while, it just sounded like
it did. Sound like something cute you say, like, oh, it's different for me. I'm like, different how? I get a release. I'm like, release on what? Everything that's been going on. I'm like, yeah, okay. Next thing I elbow drop it and everything comes out. I was like, oh shit, she's right. All these Mario coins on the floor. Like, who's gonna pick this up? I'm playing. But anyway, how you released, right? And all the Sonic rings.
What do you mean, crying?
No. Like, all these emotions and feelings and heavy breathing, and now you're cold. All these things come out. Now you're like less stressed, and sometimes you're more productive. You're like, babe, I need to clean this house. I need sex. I'll be like, oh, shit.
I do not do that. You're so fucking
shit, and here you go. Sex is the bestie because of endorphins and what's the thing called? The endorphins and dopamine. I need a dopamine rush, babe. I'll be like, see, that's the proper term? That's
you
what that's
the...
You
sound like an addict. You got to stop. You're not an addict, babe.
No. You're not an addict. So... like, I need a dopamine rush, babe. This place needs to get clean. I'm like, okay, babe. All right, you good now? She'd be like, yeah. Ooh. I go to the store, come back, go to Target, Best Buy, come back, whole place look different. All of her sex.
I wasn't talking about it. Well, that is one of the positive effects that it can have.
Right.
But
explain it in the medical terms, dopamine.
Shut up, man.
Come on, man. Get to your class. It's dopamine and, you know what I'm saying? All of that. Explain that.
It is, though. You get dopamine first. Yes.
And then what's the other one?
That comes after. Oxytocin is the next one.
There you go.
And then usually a calm serotonin.
Right.
It's usually the last emotion when you finally get the...
And explain how my penis brings you productivity.
penis productivity crap crazy.
It does. It does.
Sometimes,
Right.
sometimes I'm inspired after.
Yes.
Okay. But sometimes, honestly, my strongest orgasms with you are not the ones that made me do that. My strongest, that I don't think those are the ones that I would classify as the strongest ones.
I understand.
But you think they are.
I see productivity.
It's the ones when I cry,
Yes.
hands down. And he be acting all mean and shit regularly, but I will be honest, when that happens, that's when you that's usually when you grab me. That's when you tell me to release it. That's when you say let it go. That's when you usually touch me. That's when you're telling me I'm safe. I got you. You're good. You're strong. Everything is gonna work out. Everything that you're doing, everything is gonna you're gonna you know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm having one of those moments of feeling like, yo, I've been doing so much. I'm so burnt out. Like when we waiting on those moments of like seeing the payout of all of the shit you're doing. It's like there are days where you really gotta feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's not easy. It's not easy,
Right.
especially when you're in content creation. People take that for granted too, because like I said, we have to show up a certain way when we're
the
booked,
time.
when we're having an event, when there's a live show, when there's for taping or recording. You have to be mindful of what you bring into that.
And the
So
moments in between.
yeah, so
Because you're not always performing. You're not always out there. So sometimes with content creation, you got to do it live on the spot and start creating something out of nothing. So it's a lot of pressure.
after the craziest day you just had.
Right.
I literally have had to go into events and put on a full thing like right after something like my son going missing.
Right.
So I don't, and I've become really good at doing it. But
Compartmentalizing.
Yeah, but compartmentalize it comes out a certain way, and usually, aside from being triggered by an actual sad thing, is usually when I have that kind of orgasm in that moment that I needed because of the type of intensity. And it's not even about the necessarily just the physical pleasure. It's about the position. If you're a missionary when I'm going through something like that, you're over me. I'm literally under your protection.
And feeling
right?
small.
So yeah, I love feeling small.
love feeling
I do
small.
like feeling small.
Yeah, we're feeling small.
I love making me feel me tiny. I love when you feel tiny. It's that I feel small. Even if I'm and usually we're usually in a close position, to be honest though.
Right.
But even if I'm doggy, it's like your grip, the way you holding me, you got me.
Right.
People don't. I make that correlation, and most people it's just a thing. And for me, it's deeper because I am emotionally bonded. Because we talk like how we're talking now, and this is a regular for us. This is not.
Yeah,
We
it
could
is.
do this without a camera every day. And then because when I think about alignment and where we both aspire to go in life, we are in alignment of where we want to go together. So naturally, because you've unlocked level 1, level 2, level 3, then when you get to physical, my body, even if I wanted to, I cannot stop my body from being completely, it's like a different tier of sensitivity because my body is like, he gets all of it. And I'm like, oh, hold on, because he's gonna surge, and he gets a kick out of making me feel those things, and then he starts torturing me.
Submitting to me.
And then he starts to torture me with pleasure. So,
Yes.
but I don't have a choice. I don't think you understand. My body volunteers itself
You don't.
for the cause or whatever, because I'm like, because at the end of the day, I don't think about my problems in that moment. It's the only time that my ADHD brain is not hyperactive is in that moment. So it's the only, even if it sounds like it's just sex, but for this moment, I don't have to think.
Right.
And most women can't stop thinking
Right.
in bed, and that's where a lot of y'all don't come, keeping it real.
Damn. Are you saying like that? You know?
A lot of women don't come because they overthink.
Because they overthink. They're not into it.
If you're mentally somewhere else, then you're not physically present entirely. Your body is there, but your mind is gone. Your head is gone. So no matter what that person is doing to you, your body is not able to open up. You have to realize the way your sensory responds. It's a nervous system is what? Reaction, right? If you hit me, what makes me jump, right? So if you're not even, your brain is the thing that sends all of those. Yeah, people don't realize the hypothalamus is so significant because it's the thing that's helping drive these signals to your body.
Right.
So if you're not mentally present and you're not aware of what you're experiencing, you're getting a delayed reaction. You're not even able to pick up on the fact that your brain is sending a signal to you that said that felt good.
Right.
So I don't have that pressure. And honestly, I can't think of a single other time. Even in my sleep, my brain is still in overdrive. So you got to think about that, honey. If sometimes we don't have sex every day, right? And people will try to call me an addict. We don't fuck every day because it's not the only level of intimacy we have.
We don't?
Not every day,
Playing,
even
I'm
though we could. I could. But the point is, like, that's not it. But what I'm really saying, and I really need people to hear this shit. I really need y'all to receive this, men and women alike. The bottom line of what I'm saying in this instance is that y'all have a way of checking out, not being fully present, but not present enough. That's why what you get in bed is good enough. But for me, someone who literally feels like 24 hours a day, even in her sleep, her brain doesn't stop. The hyperactivity in my brain doesn't let me stop. I'm in the bathtub and I'm supposed to be relaxing. I still feel the need to be doing something. And when I'm not doing something, I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something. I feel unproductive. I feel like you really bombed this day. Bottom line is, so for whatever amount of time we're in that, none of that is happening.
I will say that I have like a sense of accomplishment when with those things that you say, I conquer your ADHD, OCD, LED, 4K, all those, numbers and letters. When I conquer all of those,
It takes nothing serious. I want y'all to know that.
it just feels so good when I make everything stop and you focus on me, you give me the eye contact. I love that.
It's involuntary, and that's why it's important. And I think it's a
Love
good
it.
point to end on. And the moral of it, I mean, yes, there's a science behind a lot of these things. So understanding the science behind it helps you be intentional. This is why you should take a class. This is why whatever you don't know, you should explore. Like you said earlier, try to figure it out. Feed the curiosity just a little bit, appropriately, and in spaces that feel safe. Because when you don't, the body still has a way of like craving it. Like you said, feeding that monster. It's still a monster. You know what I mean?
Right.
But aside from that, because I have the information, I'm able to apply it. But it doesn't mean that's only one level. You have to feel safety. You have to be able to be vulnerable. I have to be able to feel like when I come, it might not be from here. It might be from here. And I need you to know that it's the same, but it's even bigger when it comes from here, because this is a release from here.
Right.
This is a release from here.
So when you come from here,
It brings me to tears because
it comes out I was going to come out your mouth. I'll be like, oh, that's crazy.
All right, guys.
Are you coming in your mind, babe? Oh, shit.
No, baby. But like when my brain gets a release, I let go of whatever I'm holding. So
Right.
it usually comes out by way of tears.
Right. You
When
have those.
my body is tense, it comes out by way of here, which means my body finally gets to relax. So depending on which part of me is feeling overwhelmed in a given moment, it determines what my orgasm is. Whether it's a physical release from my vagina or a mental release of tears or whatever the case is from my heart and my brain finally getting relief.
I like when you do that on your side of the bed because
A whole fucking vulnerable moment and he does this. But I'm not going to lie. I crack jokes to bring you out of depth. But you're an asshole. This is why I say you're a piece of shit. Okay.
you usually give me a compliment first before you do that. But
You gonna tell me I'd be picking him up to put him down. He'd be like, anytime I go like, honey, you're really great. And he'd be like,
it's coming. But you're a piece of shit. And I'm going to tell you why. This one time.
guys, I hope you guys benefited from hearing this conversation and very transparent and open one that provoked a lot of emotions and whatnot. I'm happy. I'm proud of myself because I didn't ruin my makeup. I pulled the tears back in. Like you made a joke and it helped me pull it back in.
Yeah, over. You don't
But I
take that
almost
serious.
cried. No, I almost
Yeah, I know
cried.
what I'm doing. Come on, girl.
Thank you
You're welcome, baby.
for bringing me out of that.
I like the kegels on my finger. Go ahead.
Oh.
Keep it.
Yo, muscle memory. Yo, Tahoe. Do you know what I found out?
What?
I didn't realize until people started pointing out in the clip that when I talk about and I say like the word dick, I start doing stuff with my hands. And somebody was like, It's her hands for me. So then I got curious, so I went back and started watching other episodes to see if it literally happens all the time. And every time I would do some type of jerking gesture, or I'd be like, it's just like when the dick. And so just now I felt it 2 seconds ago because you started doing all of that, and then he's talking to me, but look at me, I'm over here with his finger
Yes.
like
Yes. Just Kegel me, baby. Kegel me.
this has been another Business of Pleasure episode. This one has ran a little long, so you're at this point, if you're watching, you're at the end of it. Tahoe, I'm gonna just do a quick drop so that he can insert a part 2, because I think we have to break this up, and this will end June. So guys, if you are back here again, all right, let me know when ready. So guys, we're gonna have to take a break right now because, all right guys, welcome back. We're still here, but you're just getting the rest of this. This is part 2 of a very, very personal and vulnerable episode of the Business of Pleasure podcast, where we're diving into intimacy with me and my daddy. It's not the first time this podcast has had partners on here. I think Rita and her husband,
Right.
and the first season of episodes were the first. So I'm letting y'all get in my business. And
The same way I get into your business.
And with that note, let's kick back into gear. All right. Did I close? I closed that one, right? No. In the first one. In the last one. Okay. Well, guys, I hope that you benefited from this very transparent, emotional, roller coaster, funny, everything. I feel like mad emotions happen in this one conversation episode. Baby, I want to say to you, thank you for being my guest, for sharing your transparency. Every time we talk, I learn something new, and today is no different. But I also am proud of you.
Thank you.
I know that I met you somebody very private.
Very.
Like got a request to see your page private.
That's right.
Gotta be like, yo, are you in love with me?
You did. And I was like, I told you got a gun.
Invisible. Anyway, but I know that this is you stepping out of a comfort zone. And I want to be clear. I've been pushing you because I never forget meeting you and you saying to me that you're just a go to work and come home kind of guy. And that is true in many ways. But I think you were downplaying everything that you have. And this conversation really is an evidence of that. I can't show up 100% the way I do in my brand and my business in the way that I do now without giving credit to the impact you've had on me. And so when I am hosting these conversations like I am here and doing it with my community, my BK family, y'all know y'all get to my heartstrings too, and I be getting emotional with y'all. But it literally helps me power through. And when people hear these words about sex and pleasure or whatever, they don't think that it could mean this. And so I want to thank you for helping me help them see why it is important to prioritize pleasure in many different ways, but also not ignore the pain, have the tough conversations, laugh. Laugh is intimacy. Laughter is intimacy. Laughter is foreplay. In fact, he likes to do it to me. Never mind. You're sick though. But I'm proud of you.
Yes.
I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you for taking this leap and being willing to do that for the sake of doing something to aid me. It says a lot, and I don't take it for granted. And I know this is just the beginning.
Yes, it is.
But do you want to say anything before we close? I know that you, like you said, you're gaming and all this type of stuff. We're still getting settled into our new home. But I know you're working on things that you're going to start pushing out. So is there anything you have going on that you're excited to start really diving into?
Trying to find a time as a grown man, but trying to stream, play some games, have conversations with some guys in similar circumstances, being a man, being a husband, being a father, that don't have it like they used to, but still won't let go. You know what I'm saying? I still play my games very passionately, and I fight for time to play my games. That's basically it. That's what I'm working on right now.
You reframed that for me, and I want to say this is important because a lot of women are anti letting their men do it. I learned something after one of those arguments about the game.
Yeah.
And I had this epiphany, and I wanted to share this perspective for the female viewers. Maybe the male viewers too. Maybe you can present this. I realized that when he gets online and he plays games with his boys, that's his virtual man cave. Because he's so busy and he's trying to find time to balance being there for me, being there for the kids, being there for mom and dad, being there for seeing your friends, talk to your boys. He doesn't actually see his friends a lot. He talks to them, but doesn't actually see them a lot. And so when he gets to get on a game, he gets to do something he enjoys that kind of mentally allows you to escape and not really be thinking about all your responsibilities. But I listened to the type of things that you and your boys talk about, and I realized that that's kind of where y'all get your therapy. And that's why I was like, it's like theraplay or whatever the case is. And so although he likes to say I don't support him gaming as much, I was like, I think there is an opportunity here, because I think there's a lot of men who probably feel that way and a lot of women who see it in the wrong way. I realized that I would rather have a man at home talking to his boys about life and love and family and friends and the games and the sports.
Yeah.
And he's at home. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't necessarily want to go be partying. He's at a phase in his life where that's not the highlight. And so don't look at it as just another grown man playing games. Recognize that this may just be his mental escape and the virtual version of a man cave, because they don't always get the chance to get together and actually see each other and have that brotherly time. And men need that, just like we need our girl time. We don't get together and play games. We get together, drink, talk shit, pop ass, twerk, karaoke, wine, paint, sip, wine this. So hopefully that helps you have a different lens. Thank you for tuning in to these episodes of The Business of Pleasure. This is going to be our final episode for this season. We'll be back in about a month and a half or so, because we're coming back in August hot. Bedroom Kandi is heading out to our BK annual cruise. This is the second year we're going on a cruise. You had the opportunity to be with us year one.
Yes.
And
it was great.
we had a time.
I'm coming.
Yes.
Oh.
We had a time. We were in the Bahamas, and it was just a real good release. But all of BK consultants that travel to come in, we meet in Miami, we head out, and we'll be taping a lot from Miami and sharing those episodes then. So make sure you guys come back and check in what we got going on, because we'll also be launching back with new products. Until then, it's your girl Kash, a sexologist bestie, and I will see you again soon.